way. Stay with us.
Hey, she's got that. Perfect.
Our next story is about a man who is hoping to change the way school kids look at junk. Oliver Samonte calls himself a junkologist, and the question he is asking kids all over the lower BC mainland is this: why throw something out when with a little imagination you can play with it?
There's pizza boxes
Pizza boxes,
and
milk jugs,
milk jugs, for sure.
even empty vitamin bottles.
Oh, yes.
What else?
Film canisters, yogurt cups, toothpaste tubes, shampoo bottles.
Kind of the stuff most of us get rid of every week in the recycling bin.
That's right, but these are my treasures. So, my message is, why buy art supply if there's a lot at home? First, check out the blue bins, check out the garbage can, and let's have fun with that. It's a little bit small.
For the last year and a half, Oliver Samonte has been going from school to school in southern British Columbia, teaching kids the art and science of turning garbage into games.
So you don't need any string or paste to put your whale together, okay? It's amazing, true. Most of the kids are just so happy to have a chance to cut and put together a project, you know?
You bring this up.
Doing it and then try to fly it.
Whoa!
Hey, mine works.
Oh, yeah!
Hey, that's cool. Would any of you be interested to live in a place like this?
The classroom gets a little quieter when Oliver talks to the kids about his childhood.
That is a place in the Philippines called Cavite City, and that is where I grew up. When we were kids, we'd make our tambourines out of bottle caps.
Bottle caps.
And kites out of newspapers and sticks. And instead of buying marbles, we would find broken glass that you find on the road. You know, it would have lost its sharpness, and we would play with it. We were very poor, but from as early as kindergarten, I wanted to be a doctor. That was in my head, you know, I'm going to be a doctor. I tried to cling on to my dream, but finally I had to quit.
Oliver emigrated to Canada when he was 28. Although he'd hoped to go to medical school to become a doctor, he ended up with a job as a factory worker and then as a caregiver. Then 2 years ago, when he started suffering from a painful and unpredictable form of gout, he had to change plans again to find a job that would allow him to work more flexible hours.
So I thought about my my crafts. My helicopter used to be milk jug and yogurt container. I thought this is something that I'd like to do. This is my spinning top made out of mustard spout and baby bottle nipple.
Making toys from junk was nothing new to you.
No, not at all. This is my ball ramp made out of ice cream buckets.
You've been doing this all your life.
Basically, yeah.
Do we in the West use and throw away too much?
Yes. Way too much.
Way too much.
Yes.
Part of Oliver's plan is to keep finding new ways to use the untold tons of waste we produce.
This is what I needed.
But he has another reason to keep collecting and working, not to mention saving every cent he can.
When I was growing up in the Philippines, I could see a lot of kids getting into trouble. You know, I live in a very bad neighborhood where there are kids who live next to me. The next day we'd find them dead because they've been, you know, murdered because of drug problems as early as 11, 12, 13 years old kid.
There we go.
So I'd like to go back in that town and start a community center or library for kids to have something to do, you know, to help. Do you ever go camping? This is my camping gear. And that's all made out of recyclable material.
So when you left the Philippines, that was the intent. I'm going to go to Canada, make money, and come back and build a center
Yes.
and a library.
Yes. Hey, she's got that. Perfect.
That's a tall order.
Yes, but there's a way to do it. Now to connect the whale. For
In the
bottom part,
meantime, until he can help the kids back home, Oliver Samonte is having fun, teaching the virtues of Junkology to the kids here in BC.
sometimes I still would wonder, you know, are they ever going to call me again, or is that good enough for presentation? And then their whale would smile at you. Okay? But lately I've been doing almost all days of the week, you know, Monday to Friday. There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So it makes me feel, you know, convinced that they're happy.
Evan, mine's lopsided.
And that makes you happy.
Yes.
I love whales.
What do they call you?
Oh, all kinds of names. Kids call me Mr. Junkman, Mr. Garbage Man.
Garbage. Can I try that?
Kids give me cool names too.
It's made out of recycling.
They say, Dr. Recycle.
Dr. Recycle, there you are. You have a degree.
That's right. Degree in Junkology. Thank you so much, Grade 4.
Thank you for like in the mouth.
You're welcome.
Tonight, thank you so much for watching. Next week, I hope you'll join.
Lionsgate's probably one of the busiest places right now, as is the Ironworkers Memorial, but all the other major routes certainly winding down nicely this morning. The Arthur Lang Bridge, moderate volume coming out of Richmond, but seems to be flowing along at a great pace. Colleen?
Thanks, Jazz. Are your kids bored? Is your idea bank dry? Well, we have a solution. Our next guest has written a book called Creative Recycling, and it's guaranteed to keep your kids busy and having fun. Joining us this morning is the author and creative recycler himself, Oliver Samonte. Thanks for being with us, Oliver. Oliver, you've got just an amazing array of toys. Come on over here and we're going to just take a look at some of these things. What is this?
That's a game, Spin and Spell.
Spin and Spell. I need this. I'm a bad speller. This, I cannot believe, this is homemade?
That's right, that's the top part of the ice cream bucket.
It's a tambourine. Unbelievable. I love this too. Take a look at that.
Sure, can I get the turn?
And that is all made from recycled
That's
materials. Right. and it's simple to do. You've got all the instructions in your book, right?
That's right.
Okay, I'm moving along to, what is this little guy?
That's a little balancing guy that kids can play.
Oh, great.
Out of film canisters.
Just from old camera film.
That's
Love that. Okay.
these little monkeys. These are
It's so cute. and I have to look at your tie. We have to see this.
I made this for the show today.
You made this
That's
just
right.
for this morning for VTV Breakfast, and that's all made from film canvas
From
as
film
well.
canisters.
Unbelievable. And then over here we've got a chess set with you can actually see they're the king and queen and all the different. There's the rook and bishops and things. Unreal. Now this morning, what are we going to be making?
I'll be making this flyer made out of a yogurt container
Oh,
and this
great.
straw.
So really simple. Now, we're talking about being able to make this. At what ages are we talking about?
Well, I've done it with kindergarten in the schools, so they can do it. Well, they need a little bit of help, but
So as much as young as 5 or
That's
even
right.
younger, depending on the child's ability. How does this really fly?
it does. Yes.
Oh, it does. Excellent. Okay, show me how you make this.
Okay, well, we start with you can make 2 of those out of 1 cup.
So this is just a little yogurt cup.
That's right. So you cut it in half.
Okay.
So, and then cut it again from here. And fold it like that.
Wow, you do that fast.
And punch a hole.
So
Okay.
let's go back. You've cut the yogurt container in half,
That's right.
as you can see there. That's cut in half. And then you split it up the center, and then you folded it in half like that and punched
Punch a hole and then
in the
insert
center.
the straw.
And that's just a regular old plastic drinking straw, right?
That's right. And for younger kids, we use a little bit of tape, but normally with older kids, you can actually do without the straw by punching 2 holes. And of course, the secret is to make the blades face upward. So you're cutting about 1/3 off on the right,
Okay.
and then
then
turn it
on
on the
the
other side.
Opposite side.
That's right. And cut it.
So this is actually aerodynamically correct.
There you go.
And there it goes. It flies. It actually flies. Oliver, where did you come up with these ideas?
Well, I grew up in the Philippines. We never throw away anything. That's a good try.
Where you never throw out anything?
That's right. We always, my dad was very good. He was always making toys for ourselves, and I think we picked it up.
Well, you've certainly picked it up. Show me what this item on the end here is.
That's right. The tambourine is made out of the top part of the ice cream bucket.
Right.
So you left over with this bottom part, and you can make this little marbles.
That is so great. And kids can do this because it's not, you know, it's not difficult, but they might need a little bit of help from mom or their caregiver to figure out the instructions.
That's right. But I put in the book a variation where there are very simple ones where the kids are basically collecting stuff, make games out of them.
Right.
And some requires a lot of cutting. So.
And one of the beautiful things about your book is that it explains really, really clearly exactly what you need. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to have it already in your kitchen or in your recycling bin, and you can just go from there. Simple scissors, tape, glue, and you're off to the races. Now, Oliver, where can people get this book?
From Urban Source on Main Street, and also Science World Gift Shop, Toy Box, and the Boy Scout Shop on Broadway.
Excellent. And it's only, what I see, $9.95.
$9.95. And there's over 50 project ideas in it.
50 projects
right.
and a whole summer of fun.
That's
and gets the kids out of mom's way for a little while to get some pleasure out of making some fun things out of recycling. And Oliver, you made something for me that I have to model.
I got two things for you.
Two
that
things?
Display and this special Pringles.
Great! Oh, you know what? Parents all over the Lower Mainland are going to be experiencing that in the next little while. Thanks so much, Oliver.
You're welcome.
Don't forget to pick up that book. It's terrific. We've got lots more VTV Breakfast coming up. Stay with us. Show me.
Good. 1,000 of those children came to the Burnaby Public Library courtyard today to receive Reading Club medals, but they were also fed and entertained there. And it was one of those entertainers in particular who caught the kids' imagination.
She's about to learn what anyone can make out of a yogurt container from a teacher known as Dr. Recycle. His wisdom comes from necessity during a poverty-stricken childhood. Today, these kids are discovering his secrets of how to look at garbage as potential toys.
See that? Now we have to pinch it a little bit. We have to punch a hole in there, okay? I grew up in the Philippines. I came to Canada in 1991. But when we were kids, my dad was constantly making toys for us out of junk. So I guess when I came to Canada, I said, maybe I could share that, what I learned from my dad.
It's pure inventiveness as a helicopter emerges from plastic. A chess set is carved out of film canisters. Well, Miss Piggy is made from milk jugs. It's what Robinson Crusoe would have done were there an old landfill on his island.
Recycling works because of the kids. So I think if you start with the kids and just give them the opportunity to do with their hands and start thinking differently when they see junk, I think it's very important, I think.
So Oliver takes his workshop on tour to any school that requests it, and he's written a booklet to guide them through 50 projects. But the best part is seeing the kids' delight as they play with their whirligigs, toys they've made themselves.
When I hear the kids say, yes, when I get home I'll do all the other things, you know, it brings joy to me. So I think it works because the kids, it gives me lots of joy, yeah.
So as we mentioned, Oliver's written a booklet that shows kids how to make those toys. It's called Creative Recycling, and it's available at Science World. And schools interested in booking Oliver can call the Junkology workshop line at 604-342-2294. I think that should be 420-2294. That's 420-2294. Sorry for that error.
We can confirm that, and after my weather...
That is the number, I know.
You don't.
And Mark, it's time to turn the show over to you.
Well, thanks very much, Suzette, and beautiful shot behind, but before we get there, a very happy 65th wedding anniversary greeting tonight to Marie and Albert Rumsby of White Rock, celebrating tonight with their family. So, hope you had a terrific day in beautiful White Rock.
And he would like recycling to become a way of life for all children, which is why he makes games and toys, all out of materials most people would throw away. And according to the kids, his message is getting through.
It's just good to recycle so you don't waste anything.
But Oliver recycles things even the most dedicated recycler would probably just toss out.
Oh, cool. Oh, we have a million of those.
Put it in there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But you're only allowed to get one at a time.
Oh, okay. No cheating.
No cheating.
This is a fishing game made with a straw and the little plastic clips used to seal bread bags. He has a basket woven from rolled up pages of a phone book, a memory game where the picture cards are cut out of used cereal boxes. And then there's an array of items from hats to purses and travel bags, all made from empty toothpaste tubes, cut open and turned inside out. But the pièce de résistance, a chessboard made from a pizza box and game pieces cut from plastic film canisters. The knights, kings, and queens look as regal as if they were born of royal blood.
Now, we're playing a memory game, the Green Edition, and it teaches kids to recycle at home by remembering to do such things as start a compost, remind Dad to bring his own coffee mug, and return pop cans.
Oliver doesn't sell his handmade games, but simply travels around the Vancouver area showing kids how to make them for themselves. For the Weather Network, I'm Oga Nabosi in Vancouver.
And finally, people near Denver, Colorado